Welcome back. It's lesson 5, and we're going to look at randomness and repeating patterns. So I hope you enjoyed making a t-shirt design yesterday. We're going to continue on with the t-shirt template, but you're going to have a chance to choose whatever template you want in a bit. So let's start by looking at randomness. So the interesting part of this program is here on line 11, where it says text, an emoji, a random number between 100 and 270, and then a random number between 100 and 340. And if you press the play button, you'll see there's an emoji there, and its location is random. How would you know it's random? You could press the play button again and see if it's in a different location. Okay. So every time I place it, it chooses a new random number. The X coordinate that we would see here, that's normally just one number, like 250. This time it's random number between 100 and 270. And then for the Y coordinate, it does the same thing, but it chooses between 100 and 340. What's the other random thing you're seeing every time I press the play button? The color of the background also changes. So on line 3, we have background, random between 0 and 255. So it's going to be your job to investigate the random function. See how it works, what it needs, how many arguments it takes, what the arguments are for, and maybe you can find other places to use random. So for example, on line 10, we've set the text size to 32. But what if we set it to random between 10 and 100? There you go. Now it's a different size every time. Okay, randomness was cool and everything, but it didn't give us patterns because it would just put one emoji on in a different place every time. And you don't want to have to keep pressing the play button. So we're going to introduce a loop, which will repeat your code and make it so that you can have multiple random emojis all over your t-shirt. So let's check out this for loop program. And the interesting part of this is on line 7. So 7 through 9 is the for loop. It says for I equals 0, I is less than 5, I plus equals 1, and then it has my emoji code in the middle with the randomness. And then it ends with this curly brace that's still part of it. So this curly brace matches that one, and you can see if you click next to it, it's going to put a rectangle around this curly brace to match, to show you the one it matches to. So 7 through 9 is what we call the for loop. Let's press play and see what it does. Oh, 5 emojis. And why do you think there are 5 emojis? Oh, wait, literally the number 5 is here. So what if we wanted to do 10 emojis? Could we change 5 to 10? Yes. What if we wanted to do 100 emojis? What character difference? All right. So we know about this number. 0 is where it starts. So 0 to 100, I get 100 of them. What if I started at 50 and go to 100? Oh, I only get 50 of them because I started counting at 50 and went to 100. Counted by ones. Okay, what if it starts at 0, goes to 10, 10 of them? This last thing here, I plus equals 1. What if we change that to I plus equals 2? Oh, only 5 of them. Because this one at the end says what we're going to count by. So this is counting by 2s. So I'm going to start at 0, count to 10, but counting by 2s, I'm going to only get 5 emojis because 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, oh, and then we're 10, so we stop. Okay. The other thing is you can put more than one line of code inside the for loop if you want. So right now we have the text size, which is outside of the loop. And what if we made that random between 10 and 48, say? Okay. So now when you do it every time, they're either all big or all small. But what if we took that random line and moved it inside the loop? So it's right before it does the text every time. Now, every emoji is a different size. All right, it is going to be your job to examine the parts of the for loop. Figure out what happens if you change each of the numbers. Great, so now you know all about randomness and all about loops. Your challenge is going to be to create a t-shirt with a random design all over it. So you can use emojis or text or shapes, whatever you want. And then use randomness in as many different places as you can. And if you want to keep doing the t-shirt, go for it. But there are also all these other design templates. So if you'd rather do a bag or your nails or a surfboard, go for it. Each of these templates works just the same as the t-shirt. It gives you the outline around where you're going. Now, if all of that sounds too easy to you, or if you're ready to move on to something more challenging, why don't you check out the mini lesson at the bottom of the page? It's going to show you and give you sample code about how to make other repeating patterns that aren't just random. So you can check out the block repeat, or the stripe repeat, or maybe make a gradient, or dot repeat. Have fun. I'll do an example for you. We'll copy the starter project and see what it does to start out with. This is the one that only just does 5 different emojis. Okay, so let's see. What I want to do first is I want to change the emoji. I actually want to use a star instead. Oh, there you go. See those tiny little stars? Okay, and I want each of the stars to be a random size. So I'm going to take that out of here. So text size random between 5 and 50. Let's see how that looks. There's not really enough of them to judge. I'm going to put on here 100 stars. Oh, I like that. I like the size, but now I want, you see how the stars don't go on the sleeves? What if I put the stars just randomly through the whole thing? So that would be between starting at 0 and ending at the full width of the screen. So I can just type width. And then the height would be starting at 0 and ending at height. Okay. Well, that's cool. And you can see if I turn off the stencil, this is actually going all over the screen. Just the stencil's cutting it out. All right. That looks pretty cool. I probably want more of them. What if I put it up to 400 stars? Yes, that is better. Okay, and now what I want to do is I want to change the color of the stars every time. So the text, that's fill to set the text color. And let's see, I want it at like a random red. So between like 0 and 255, because I know that's the top. That's red, and then green, I'll just put 100 and blue 100 for now. Ooh, I like that. I like that it's picking up the salmon color of the border. That is pretty neat. I would totally wear that shirt. Ooh, oh, but it's doing a different color in the background every time. I want to take that out. I just want to make it a black background. Yes. Okay, we are totally ready. Except what if it looked better on a bag than on a shirt? Let's check out these templates. Let's get the bag template. I'm going to go to the bag and copy the bag function here. Copy. And I'm going to go down to the bottom and paste it. And let's see, it used to say shirt stencil and it took 1 argument for color. And this now it's bag stencil and it takes a background color and a strap color. Okay, so I need to change shirt stencil to bag stencil. And now it's going to take 2 colors. So what if I do salmon and white? Oh, that is looking good. Okay, I just want to make this strap blue to match, maybe teal to match my bag. Yes, I would totally buy that.